Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road.
Hi guys, good day to all of you. We are here with our guest tonight, Mr. Ricky Son.
Currently I'm practicing financial advisor. However, I am not connected with any institution. That's why I call myself independent financial advisor. I'm also practicing financial planning because I'm a registered financial planner. And one of my pursuits right now would also be soliciting investments of mutual funds.
How did you start? Or we now have a brief background that you are really a financial guy. How would
investments?
Yes.
So I would remember that I encountered a prospect of mine from the BSP, and he is into the stock market. So every time I get to visit him in the afternoon, we talk about the stock market. And from time to time, he gives me some issues to buy. And I would remember one thing where I lost money was buying PTNT. Philippine Telephone and Telegraph. That was a company that was doing the telegram before the cell phones. And
just so the viewers know, it's obsolete now.
It's an obsolete, it's already delisted. And unfortunately also I also met a friend by the name of Magellan who works with a stock broker. And somehow he also was instrumental in my stock market endeavor. The rest was history. There were a lot of good trades and bad trades, more of the bad trades perhaps. You cannot do away with that.
What are your biggest or most memorable trades during your entire stock market career?
Well, certainly in the early part, when I saw some IPOs in the late 90s, somehow the IPOs then were very good because you're able to make money from it.
So before, when it's an IPO, it's an automatic money maker.
That's why we were able to somehow they changed the meaning of IPO from initial public offering to instant profit obsession. Everyone would like to buy an IPO because historically IPOs would do well after listing. But I'm used to losing money because with the futures market, I see clients losing more than what they actually put in. So me losing 50%, and because it was a small money then at the time, so it
was fair change.
Yes, in a way. So because I started definitely as a small investor. Minimum wage at the time was only 2,400.
2,400.
Yes. So just
this was in the
late 80s.
Late 80s. Yes. So Sir Ricky, you mean to tell me you've been in the business for almost 25 years? What are the highlights of your career since the 1980s?
I could say that I was a fortunate person because I was able to meet a good mentor.
Okay.
And at an early age, I was tasked to do a lot of these trainings, perhaps as young as when I was about 23 years old.
23.
Yes, and I was sent to Cebu to head the sales team there in 1991. 1990 to almost 1991.
The year I was born.
Yes. So a lot of events happened during the time. That was the time when we had the great earthquake of Baguio, and at the same time, I think the year before that was Conquistador eruption. Right? And unknown to many, also in 1991, that was when I saw the depreciation of the peso-dollar exchange rate from 20 to $30, 20 to 30 pesos per dollar in the span of a month.
That's
Interest rates spiking to, I believe, more than 46%, the 91-day treasury yield.
This is still the time of President Coro.
Yes, started as a futures trader in 1987. It's just about a year after the Manila International Futures Exchange was established in the Philippines. And I moved to Manila. That's how I got to be exposed in the local stock market. Unfortunately, the futures market was shut down in 1996. That's how I ended up working with a mutual fund outfit. But in between those times, during the existence of the futures market, somehow the exchange transitioned to become an exchange for currency trading. So I had some exposures in the forex market as well. So it was shut down in 1996 because of a lot of allegations of scams and people losing money, and the lack of regulation as well. So since then I started working with Philippine Asset Management, a mutual fund outfit, from 1996, and I actually quote-unquote retired last year. So I ventured on my own. That's why I'm now an independent financial advisor, and at the same time I'm practicing a financial planner.
Okay.
The career was somehow smooth sailing because it's basically trading. Of course, somehow it's challenging in the sense that you have to work longer hours. It's because the forex market was 24 hours. So we basically work 16 hours a day. The BW, the company was BW Resources, and the ticker symbol was BW, and it started from 1 peso in January of 1999 and started moving up. That was when the bingo craze in the TV was also taking its. I mean, it's the in thing at the time. And since my boss was also making money from BW, buying it about 20, then rising to about 50 pesos per share in about a month's time.
A month. More than double your money.
Yes, at about the tail end of its run-up. So I called my broker and tried to buy a few shares, 200 shares, about 50 plus already. So that's supposedly about 10,000 pesos, and I would just like to try. And then my confirmation came the following day, because there was just a full service broker at the time. There was
no online platforms.
Yes, available. So you receive your confirmation the following day, and then I saw that instead of buying 200 shares, my broker bought for me 2,000 shares. So there was an additional zero. And so I thought for a while, and it was a Friday, I would remember, because over the weekend I had to think whether to contest the trade or actually pay up.
I mean, that's 200 to 2,000 shares.
Oh yes,
that's a big
times
difference.
10, but then 3 pesos times 2,000 shares, that's already give you 6,000 pesos right away when you were just ready to invest 10,000.
Right.
So my decision was that I would just have to pay up the whole thing, 100,000 bucks, and that was the last week of the upsurge of the BW, hitting its all-time high at 107 pesos per share. So I was able to unload slowly at about 70 pesos, 80 pesos to about 90 pesos before hitting its high, and I made about 60% gain the following week, or basically a few days right after paying.
A few days after paying. So technically, BW soared from 1 peso to 107 pesos in a matter of
9 months.
9 months. Not even a year.
Yes, not even a year.
And that's how it's almost, I don't know, 500%? 1,000%?
100 times 100, that's 10,000.
10,000.
10,000%.
Holy crap.
Big if had you invested 10,000 pesos at 1 peso, it would have grown to 1 million pesos after 9 months.
Wow.
Well, it's an existing stock, but it was just a shell company.
Right.
And they made up a story about it becoming a huge company by way of the the bingo mania at the time. And in fact, that particular week, that was the time when Stanley Ho of the Macau, the casino king of Macau, came to the Philippines. That's when basically the height of the hype. And we know that there was nothing in the company. It was already trading at I think 3 times the size of Jollibee already. So it's just really a speculative play.
At present, we can trade online. On our own, we can buy and sell stocks without having to rely on a broker.
Yes.
So, how different? Or was it hard before? Was it harder?
Well, definitely it was so hard before because you are very dependent on your broker.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel fortunate that I had a friend who is willing to take my small money to invest. Consider information as very valuable at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike today when you're already basically awash with the information.
I mean, there's information everywhere.
So at the time, certainly rumors would be more meaningful in the market, gossips, and you can just deal it over the phone. Right now, trading and investing is much easier, but certainly the traps in the market hasn't changed since.
And now, there's more victims than ever.
Certainly, there should always be victims in the market in order to sustain the winners as well.
Okay, sir. I'm going to name 3 stocks, and I want you to tell me what you think about them
Okay.
in a few words, 2 to 3 words. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. Kalata,
Wala. A good long term.
San Miguel Corporation,
Yeah, it's a growing giant.
Philex, mine.
Feeling. Oh, the future.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.